Well, hello, YouTube. How are you guys doing? It has been a while. I am back on YouTube doing the Sunday video update, and yes, I am missing my front teeth. So I'm going to look different, I'm going to sound different, but I think you can handle it. Joining me off camera this week is Amy.
Hello.
Dad is asleep over there. He'll probably be joining us shortly if he decides to wake up during the middle of the video update. Today is what I call Super Hog Sunday, because not only is it Groundhog Day, but it's also Super Bowl Sunday. So put that together, you get Super Hog. My name is Jared Fuller. Thank you for joining me. Today is down there Sunday, February 2nd, 2020. As promised, I was going to be here this week, and here I am. So a lot's happened in the past week. I'll get to that in a little bit, but I'm going to talk first of all about my dentist visit, which was a couple weeks ago, I think, Amy?
Yeah.
So I had a front tooth removed, as you can see. So I have the snaggle tooth look going on, and my haters are going to have a field day coming up with little nicknames for me now that I don't have any front teeth. So knock yourselves out. I don't care. There's probably something I haven't already heard anyway, and I've already laughed about it or laughed at it. So, you know, whatever tickles your fancy. But I did have a front tooth pulled, and between the Wednesday prior to that and the Wednesday where I actually had the tooth pulled, I got hit with 16 shots of Novocaine. I didn't feel any pain, though, when I came home from the dentist. I was prescribed T3 with codeine and 800 milligram ibuprofen, I think it was. And, you know, take as needed for pain. I haven't been in any pain. So luckily I dodged that bullet, and I'll probably, most likely, I'll probably discard the medicine, or I might even hold on to it just in case I need to have teeth removed and there is pain later on, which, I don't know, wouldn't they prescribe me a new medication, Amy?
Yeah, because the medication you got right now is only good for a year.
True. But I mean, like, if I have another tooth extraction this year, they would still prescribe a new medication?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure how they did that. I figured it would be good, you know, or, you know, just...
they'll ask you, do you have some still at home?
Yeah, like they did the last time. Actually, as a matter of fact, when I was at the dentist, when I had the tooth pulled, she did ask me if I had any medication left over from what she prescribed and what the hospital prescribed, and I had to go to the hospital for the pain. Yes, I did. I had some pills left over that I didn't take. But it says on the bottle, take as needed, not take as directed.
Yeah.
So if I didn't experience pain, so
Right.
I only had to take maybe one, because I felt maybe just a slight bit of discomfort. But other than that, I mean, I feel great.
Right.
You know, I didn't feel any pain. I should have grabbed something to drink. Yeah, I actually, I think it was the day after my dentist appointment, I started eating Doritos, drinking Pepsi. My dad says, don't push it, Jared, don't push it. I don't feel any pain. I feel great. And they even said, you know, don't drink through a straw. Don't do anything you're not supposed to do. The typical, you know, post-tooth extraction rules and guidelines. They told me all that stuff, but I feel good. I feel great. So.
They always told me, you know, whatever you can tolerate.
Yeah. And I didn't have any experiences with dry sockets, because the people in Montrose actually know what they're doing. And you know, Dad says that they're a good dentist. I put my faith in them. And, you know, so here we are. You know, I got that Kenny Joe Jim Bob look without any teeth, you know, but at least I can still talk to the point where people can understand me. But yeah, I'm the us.
Yep.
Sucker and succotash. Suffer and succotash. See, Dad's got me saying it wrong. It's suffer and succotash. But I'm doing great, actually. All things considered. So how was your week?
Some somewhat good, but some of it was rocky.
And I know what she's referring to, but I just wanted to get, I wanted you to be able to, because I don't want to put words in your mouth that wouldn't be fair.
Right.
But that's why I opened the door for you to kind of give your...
But I think the phone call from last night really helped me.
Yeah.
Because my sister's seeing the same thing I am.
It was a busy day. We were in Owasso yesterday, and it was a busy day. We were gone most of the day.
We paid for our wrestling tickets for in May, too.
Oh, yeah. So we did get our tickets. Okay.
The reason, as soon as they come in, he'll let me know.
So for what she's referring to, and I wasn't here last week to talk about this, but for those of you who may not be familiar, of course you wouldn't be if you're not from our local area, there's a local wrestling franchise. Oh, I got a text message. There's a local, see, this is how popular I am when I'm, I didn't do the Sunday video update last week, so all my friends are texting me. It's not that. That's not the reason. But anyway, there's a local wrestling franchise in Corunna. It's called Superstar Championship Wrestling, SCW. A guy that Amy had gone to school with, and she's known for years. It's his franchise. His name is J.R. Draper. Goes by the ring name Sabbath. And we went to a wrestling event in Corunna. It was last Saturday, I believe it was.
I've been to two matches.
Yeah. At the the one we were at last Saturday was at the Corunna Community Center at McCurdy Park. They put on a hell of a show, and they really, we had ringside seats. So when they hit, that impact, it. That's all, that a lot of it. I mean, you can tell, like when they stomp their feet when they hit, because it's the sound effect kind of a thing, but a lot of it, like when they smack them in the chest or when they kick them in the chest or kick them in the nose, that's real. I mean, you see it.
Another one is when you hear them, okay.
Throw me into the ropes, or suplex me, you can hear them. And they did have a tables match at
I can't wait till it's
but in May, there's going to be another event in May where they're going to have a body bag match. And it's Sabbath versus Soul Taker. That's the ring names. I think it's going to be a great match. It's SCW. Find them on Facebook. It's Superstar Championship Wrestling. They are based in Shiawassee County, Michigan. JR lives in Owasso, and he leases out the Corunna Community Center. It's in Corunna, neighboring Owasso. If you're on Facebook, check them out. They put on a good show. After the show, as a matter of fact, JR, he gets into the ring, and he calls on all the children who come and see him, and they all have a picture taken. And it's just really cool what they do for the kids. The kids love it. And
that's what he's mainly focused on is the kids.
Yeah, because, it's not anything big like WWE or anything like that, but kids love wrestling. And, oh my God, and I'll talk about this for a second too. When we were sitting there watching the events, the matches and stuff, there was a young boy sitting behind us. He was probably maybe 5 or 6 years old, just the cutest little guy. And he's saying, "Stomp on him, stomp on him, stomp on him." And I turned around and I just busted out laughing. And his mom and I made contact. She started laughing. I said, when you watch what's happening in the ring, and then you hear that coming from a child stomp, and it's so cute. I said, that's what amplifies it. That's what makes it so much more entertaining and fun. And she agreed.
It's something that you've never been into.
Yeah, it was the first SCW event I've ever attended, and it was pretty cool. I didn't think I would like it. I wasn't sure how I felt about it. I had opportunities to go prior to that, and it's not WWE. I really don't care. But I figured, what the hell, I'll give it a shot, see what it's about. And it's really cool. I enjoy it. I like the reactions from the audience, from the fans.
Oh, we got ringside VIP.
Oh, VIP this time.
And I asked him, I says, now with VIP, are we going to be able to go in the back and see the wrestlers?
Yeah.
He says, I don't know just yet, but I'll let you know.
Well, I hope so. I mean, if they're VIP, I mean that's got to mean something. I would assume. I didn't get anything to drink. I'm kind of getting dry here. My throat hurts. I should have grabbed a bottle of water out of the fridge before I hit the record button. Oh, would you be so kind to get me a bottle of spring water, pretty please?
Yeah, I can get it after I'm trying to get up.
Last week,
It's sad when you got to rock to get up.
yeah, last week, Dad and I went out to Billy's Pine Run Inn for the Monday flashback with Dan Richards.
I was supposed to go, but I was
Yeah,
in
Amy
too
was
much pain.
in a lot of pain with her hand. She's having problems with her hands and her wrists and everything. But we went out to Billy's last week, and we went to KFC before we wanted to get something to eat before we went to the Monday to see Dan do the Monday flashback. And they said, well, it's going to be about 25 minutes. Dad ordered the $5 fill-up. He gets the original, I think it's the original recipe, and I get the extra crispy. And they said, well, it's going to be a wait about 25 minutes. And it's like, 25 minutes? Get out of here. And so we just got tired of waiting. Dad says, I want my money back. He threw the receipt on the counter. He says, I just want my money back. I'll go somewhere else. He didn't even have to pay for the pop. Thank you.
You're welcome.
He didn't have to pay for the pop, but we went to Taco Bell afterwards, and we had a $5 chalupa box craving. And then we went to the Monday flashback, which was pretty cool. Dad bought Dan Richards a couple shots of Fireball. I bought him one shot. And I won a prize, actually, a trivia prize, which was a guitar, which is a guitar about yay big, and you flip a switch on the back and it plays Ring of Fire by Johnny Cash, which Dad saw it, he wanted it. I got a trivia question correct, and so that's the prize I had chosen for him. So I don't know what he did with it, though.
What's that?
That guitar I won for him, the Johnny Cash Ring of Fire.
Oh, he put it up somewhere. I think he put it in his gun cabinet.
Okay, that's what I needed. Nice cold drink of water.
No, the reason I was laughing is because she got over there,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden she just jumped at something. And it's like, oh. And then her one paw was up, so it's like, okay, time to laugh.
Yeah, that'd be funny. And I wasn't here last Sunday, of course, and we did lose a giant in the world of basketball, Kobe Bryant, of course. Tragically killed in a helicopter crash at the age of 41, and his daughter Gianna, they call her Gigi, 13 years old, also killed in the wreckage. And I guess there was actual video footage released of the helicopter going down because I guess the helicopter was flying through fog, and that's when all tragedy occurred. And it's been all over the news all week. The past week, it's the tabloids, and it's been breaking news, and it's been top story, other than the Trump impeachment trial going on, which has also been bombarding the airwaves. But the Kobe Bryant story really hit home for me because although I'm not a basketball enthusiast, my brother is. It's really just it's a shame. I almost said it's a sad shame together. You get a shatum or something like that. Trying to combine words. It's a shame, and it's very sad.
Yeah.
And
But I think they need to stop airing it on the TV for the family at least.
I mean, just for the grieving, I mean, you got to allow the family, like his wife Vanessa. My heart goes out to her. Of course, she's never going to see this video, but my heart goes out to the family, and I feel bad. Things like that, it's just terrible to have your life cut short tragically.
Yeah. I guess it was fitting and sputtering before it came down.
Mm-hmm.
Is the way they're talking.
Yeah, they were flying in thick fog, and even the pilot was killed. I think there was like a total of 9 people who died in that crash, and they actually showed the smoke billowing up.
In the flames.
in the flames, and it's like, oh, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see video footage of the helicopter going down. I don't want to see explosions. I don't want to see it. I don't know why anybody would want to see it. Personally, I don't know why you would need to see that. You don't need to have footage of the actual crash to vindicate your thoughts about what actually happened. Kobe Bryant is gone.
And I'm thinking they got the video clip of that
Mm-hmm.
from one of the spectators that were close by.
Even still, I don't want to see it.
No.
That's why I choose not to look at it. And of course, you have a choice to see or not see what you want.
And speak of Trump, they were talking about him on the news this morning.
They're going to be talking an awful lot about Trump.
I just wish they'd impeach him and get him out.
Well, I mean, with the system is we can't just say, Trump, you're impeached willy-nilly out of office. It's got to go through due process through the Senate and all that. And it's a process to impeach a leader. But, I'm not political. I don't really talk much about political candidates and people in power. I don't talk Democrat, Republican, or anything like that. But, yeah, the Trump impeachment trial has been bombarding the airwaves now for a long time. That's why I hardly even turn on the TV. Or if I watch television, I watch, like, comedy series that Golden Girls on Sundays, which I think is on now on TV Land. I watch, like, According to Jim and George Lopez. I watch Nick at Night and the Laugh Channel. I watch game shows on Buzzer. Just stuff that it just takes your mind off of what's going on in the world. Yeah. There's too much tragedy, too much monotony, and I mean, turning a blind eye to it doesn't make the problem go away, and that's not what I'm suggesting, but I can only handle so much of it, and then I just have to tune it out and just say, no, I can't handle this anymore, I can't deal with it. Or I've been writing a lot in my journal again, too.
I've noticed that.
I've been writing in journals for 20 years.
You even took it with you yesterday.
When we went to Owasso.
You did a road list, didn't it?
I did do a road list, yeah. And for those of you who don't know what a road list is, I'm just writing down the roads we take, the roads we cross. And, of course, in the cities, or, I guess in the cities and towns, the streets where the stoplights are, I write those streets in that we cross because obviously they would be main streets. There wouldn't be a traffic signal. But yeah, that's kind of what a road list is. I might even show you one day if I, decide to break out of my shell and say, hey, this is my journal. Hold it up for everybody to see.
Only you pick out a certain page that you don't mind them seeing.
Yeah. I mean, road lists are just road lists. I'm not talking about anything personal. But maybe one day. I don't know. There are a lot of things that I write in my journal that I wouldn't, share with public because I use names and.
You freaked Dad out the other day when we were at Walmart.
Why is that?
Because he thought you were still in Walmart. And I'm like, just call me. You'll find him.
Yeah, I had my phone with me.
So he called you.
Yeah.
And that's when we found out that instead of you being in Walmart, you were going down to the Dollar Tree.
Yeah, because he called me and he said, well, we're out in the truck waiting for you. I said, okay, I'm going to walk down to Dollar Tree. And that's when I met him down there.
Yeah.
Because I was...
He was panicking because he didn't know where you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was there yesterday and I forgot to look at their 64 gigabyte USB flash drives. I was right in electronics. I walked right through electronics. Yeah. And there was something, I knew there was something I wanted to look for and it escaped me. It's like, son of a...
When you're back there,
Uh-huh.
try to look for the soundbars.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And see how cheap they can get.
Yeah.
For me, because I want to get one for this.
Yeah, so Dad doesn't have the volume up at 100. And we have to keep getting after him to turn the volume down and,
Or we're stealing the remotes when he's not looking and turning it down.
Or like there was a 1 week where, when I was getting ready to do the Sunday video update here, and he just turned the volume down. No, you got to mute it because this microphone is very delicate. It can pick up sound from the room. It can pick up even the most delicate sounds.
I'm sure it even picks up the heater.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can hear the furnace kick on and off in the background. This microphone is very delicate. It picks up all kinds of sound. But yeah, soundbar definitely, and 64 gigabyte USB flash drive, which I gotta find for Dad because his country music collection is stockpiling and he's running out of room. So I'm gonna have to transfer everything over to the new external memory, and it's a lot of music. He's got over 2,300 songs.
Look how many you got.
I got about 2,200, I think. So we got about 5,000 combined total.
I thought about getting a flash drive.
Mm-hmm.
A bigger, big one, so that you could take some of your music and download on it.
Some of Dad's music.
Some of Dad's music.
Like an eclectic collection of music.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I have another collection started on my desktop, but it's in a folder.
Right.
And I'm just trying to compile as many songs as I can, just to have other songs that I might want to listen to. And, because there's some days I like country, some days I like the oldies, some days I like 90s, today music. There's some music from today that I enjoy. I'm not a rap fanatic. I don't like rap, never have.
I'm alright with some of it. But it's gotta have like a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
If there's no story behind it,
now
I don't want it.
Now, I've caught hell for this. I cannot stand Snoop Dogg. Never have, nor will I ever. Because his music glorifies gun violence, and I don't care what anybody says. It's trash. It's absolute garbage music. I don't like music where they're talking about killing and shooting each other in the streets and being a street soldier and all that stupid shit. No.
And when you just
Snoop Dogg,
he's got his own pipe out for marijuana.
The marijuana thing doesn't get me. It doesn't bother me. It's this idea that all his music in the 90s was kill the police, kill each other, all this gang banging thug crap. And it's people, and this is the thing that confuses me more than anything. And yes, my friends, a lot of them, a lot of my friends like Snoop Dogg, but they are the same people who are fed up with hearing about gun violence in the world and mass shootings, and they're fed up with hearing about it, but yet they support a guy who every song he's ever written has glorified gun violence in inner city. You can't have it both ways, guys. I'm sorry. It seems a bit contradictory to me to not like gun violence, but yet support somebody who glorifies it. To me, it makes no sense. Well, people change. Okay, fine. People change, but the music is permanent. For example, and it's not just Snoop Dogg. There's an actual a country music singer. He goes by the name of David Allan Coe. Now, his music in the beginning was great. Mona Lisa Lost Her Smile, Willie Waylon and Me, The Ride, Ride 'em Cowboy, all the good stuff, He had a lot of good songs. But then he started releasing racist music. Nope. Done. Sorry, David, you kind of shot yourself in the foot by coming out with this disgusting, racist, vile crap that you call music. It's no different. I don't support racism. I don't support gun violence. I don't support violence in general. You can't have it both ways, and you can't call yourself a hippie. because hippies were against war. They were anti-violence, anti-war, anti a lot of things. Yeah, they probably didn't like the police either. They had the kill the pigs attitude. But, you know, it maybe I'm getting backing myself into a corner here, because a lot of the hippies were kill the pigs. They were anti-police.
Yeah.
Which I don't condone. I don't condone that at all. I condemn it. I don't condone it. But hippies were also kind of love your brother. And that's what I'm getting at. The angle that I'm getting at. The hippies were all about love your neighbor, love your brother.
No, John Lennon, he's got some good songs.
Yeah, he had a lot of good music. But, you know, and I see it's this contradiction happening. You know, even that's why I don't listen to Eminem, because the music is just awful. It's distasteful.
Well,
it's not my style.
We pulled into the gas station, and these people were playing Tupac.
Yeah.
You know, and they got it loud. It's boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
And Dad comes out and says, "What is that?"
Yeah.
And the dude comes out, "You ain't heard of something?"
Tupac Shakur.
Tupac.
Yeah. I've heard of Tupac.
No. Well, then you're old school.
I can guarantee you that my dad has heard of Tupac. He could say he has never heard of them. He has, because my brother Jay always played Tupac. He played Bone Thugs and Harmony all the time. He played Tupac. He played Ice Cube and Snoop. My brother was into that gang-banging thug shit that I despise with a passion.
He's gotten better, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does, like, the rap, but
yeah.
It's got a story. They got
like Tupac had Dear Mama.
Yeah.
Now, that's a story song. Which that it's rap, and I don't mind that. That's good.
Yeah.
But I'm just not a fan of rap music. I just never.
I like the beat.
You know, I never cared for it.
Like.
There's some music that I like.
Yeah.
Like rap music. It's just when they talk about killing and raping and doing all that nasty gang banging, disgusting, vile, foul bullshit. No, we shouldn't be glorifying crime. Now, like I said, Tupac had Dear Mama. That was a good song.
I'm still trying to find my Afro Man that I left in Dad's
Afro Man. Yeah. Talking about getting high and masturbating and...
it's all pretty much getting high.
I mean, it's funny.
Coke 45.
I mean, it's funny. It's funny. I mean, if you have a sense of humor, if you're going to talk about masturbation and music, it's funny that, you know, to have the comical side of things. But okay, but when you're talking about killing and raping and
Afro Man really ain't like that.
no, I'm not saying Afro Man. I'm talking when you get into that territory of music where they talk about raping and killing and all that other vile crap. No, that's where I draw the line. But my friends, don't judge a book by its cover. Well, I'm going to, because anybody who's going to rape, I mean, you got to have the audacity to talk about killing and raping and doing all this vile, disgusting garbage to people, and not necessarily police, but to people in general. Yeah, I'm gonna judge. You know, I call a spade a spade. You know, you can't want peace and then support people who are anything but peaceful.
Right.
Doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but I've spent a lot of time on that subject.
Hey, at least we're in the 40s today.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 45 today. It's windy out there. We did have a band of snow come through. My van's covered just a little bit, but not a lot. Someone messaged me too the other day and asked me, or it was actually last week, asked me if I was going to the Shrine Circus. We didn't make it this year. I thought I pointed that out like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, you did.
But we didn't make it this year. But we did go to SCW, which was fun. I enjoy. I'm looking forward to going back. I didn't think I'd like it, but it's pretty cool.
Well, now that we know you like it,
Yeah.
like I told Dad,
The women.
it's a family thing,
Yeah.
you know. And then Mondays, you guys go to Billy's
Yeah, we go out to Billy's for the Monday flashback with Dan Richards.
as Dad and son.
Yeah.
I figure that's your time to spend with Dad.
I mean, we can't make it every week, but you know, we try. We try. Dan Richards, for those of you who aren't familiar, he tonight, matter of fact, tonight is the Sunday flashback on WKCQ. I'll have a link in the description of this video where you can listen live from the station in Saginaw. You can hear it from anywhere in the world. Pretty long extension cord. No, it's a radio station, plays country music between 7 o'clock Eastern time and midnight tonight. And it's every Sunday. He plays music from yesterday, from back in the day, and a lot of good stuff. I mean, he's got a lot of good music, country music, that he plays, and a lot of it's, you know, by request. And of course, he does have a Facebook page. It's called 98KCQ Sunday Flashback with Dan Richards. What's up?
You could really hear the...
Because I don't have any teeth.
Yeah, you could really hear it right then.
Yeah. I can't. Oh, I can whistle.
Yep.
Oh. Yeah. I like my mashed potatoes and my chicken. I haven't tried corn on the cob yet.
Sorry guys, I'm coughing during the video.
That's fine. Our buddy Reese, and this was something else I want to talk about too. Our buddy Reese, just a young kid.
9 years old.
He's in the hospital right now. He's got influenza B. That crap was going around like madness right now.
Kidneys messing up.
On top of that, he had strep, and it's affecting his kidneys. His kidneys are messing up. So I'm not sure if they actually sent him to Ann Arbor from Saginaw.
I think he's still in Saginaw. But
They might be sending him to U of M.
yeah.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's got
He had strep.
yeah. Well, it's not just strep and influenza in the kidneys, but now they found out that he's a what did Dad say the other day?
Huh.
Something about,
If you can't remember, it's all
I
right.
think it was about his sugar levels or
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
They're out of whack.
Oh yeah. Something like that. But
You asked me, U of M's the best place to send him.
yeah.
I could say Sparrow. Also.
Oh, I could say a lot of things. I could also say Sparrow too, but you know,
Right.
things change. You know, you want to go where you're going to get good care and not be treated like garbage.
The only reason why I'm for U of M.
I know why you're for U of M, because of the situation that happened.
Yeah. They took darn good care of me.
Yeah, and you know, I was just having this discussion with a friend in Messenger. Matter of fact, her daughter, I'm not going to mention names because, you know, but her daughter just had scans on the 31st, Friday, and she got to ring a bell for end of treatment. She's declared cured.
Awesome.
And so we were having this discussion, and I said, well, you know, the problem, I think, with the childhood cancer world is that there aren't enough questions being asked of people who are leeching onto the cause when they're not parents of cancer kids or not childhood cancer survivors. There are too many irrelevant people who are leeching onto this for a reason. They can't speak. They cannot have the heart-to-heart conversations with you as I could, being a survivor. But it seems like every time I bring this up, it pisses people off. Like, well, Jared, why, they're doing a good thing. They don't have to be cancer survivors to, have anything to say about childhood cancer. And you're right, they don't. Because even scientists who are working in the labs around the clock are also not cancer patients. They are scientists. And they are people who work in the labs trying to figure out cures and ways to manipulate cells to kill the cells in order to beat the cancer. This is happening around the clock. This is a branch of science that never sleeps. And so, yes, to the people who are here by choice, people who aren't directly affected by it, people who, they don't have kids who are affected by cancer, they're not childhood cancer survivors themselves, I encourage people to ask questions. Why are you here?
My question for you is, can they give you chemo and radiation through a pill form?
Yes. Well, radiation, no, I don't believe. Chemo, yes.
Chemo, yes?
Yeah.
The reason why is Uncle Keith.
Yeah, my uncle. He's not doing well.
Yeah, he is on a pill.
Yeah. Yeah, you can take oral chemo.
I didn't know that.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was intravenous.
Intravenous chemo. The only reason I had intravenous chemo because I was just 2 years old.
Right.
I can't swallow pills when I'm 2 years old.
Right.
So I had the port, which I've showed this before, but I don't know if you guys can see that mark right there. But that's where I had my Broviac port. And I had vincristine and adriamycin, doxorubicin, and actinomycin D. They call adriamycin, doxorubicin the red devil because of its distinctive red color. And Dad thought I was peeing Kool-Aid because when I would urinate, it would come out red or orange, depending on, But it's the chemo. Yeah, you can have intravenous chemo, or you can have the oral chemo, the pill.
I did not know this.
Radiation, I think, is just basically laser, kind of a thing. It's radiology. I mean, you go to radiology for that. But I think basically that's just like lasers. Yeah. But I could be wrong, but yeah, I mean, even I could be wrong. Maybe they're coming out with something that you can take orally that works just as effectively as radiation with a laser, right, like laser technology. It's worth something, worth looking into, something worth looking into. But yeah, and I encourage people to ask questions like that. But what I'm saying is we have people who are not in any way, shape, or form tied in with this. They're not cemented into this like I am, where I've walked through that experience, and I'm from the ground up, and many of these people who are indirectly affected are from the top down.
Right.
And my question is, why are you here? If through no fault of your own that you're here, like myself, what are your motives? Like, are you looking to leech publicity? Are you trying to make yourself look good? Which is what I suspect is going on. Because if for no other reason you're here, what else is it?
Right.
So, and it's not confirmation bias. I'm saying, what other options are there? What other reasons are there?
Another thing is, I don't like. I mean, not to put down the people that believe in God.
Yeah.
But me, you always hear, when God wants you to do this, when God wants you to do that, you'll know because God will send you a sign. My dad passed away in 2017.
Yeah.
I had no sign of it.
Yeah. A lot of people, like my mother, she claims that it was Jesus who healed me. And I said, Mom,
it was the doctors.
It was the medicine. It was the expertise of the professionals who study this shit night and day, why they were in the position that they were in to save my life in the first place. And they had a knowledge about what was going on in my body. They had a knowledge about what was going on with the disease. And they had a knowledge about the medicine, the chemo, the poison that was going through my body. You can believe what you want, but I'm going to disagree with you on this. It was the medicine and the expertise of medical professionals that saved my life.
Well, that's like me. It was the
and
medical professional
yeah.
and you of them
and
that helped me, not God.
I'm not I don't talk about religion on my Sunday video updates. But
I'm sorry I touched that.
No, you're fine. It's just that it's a point that, most people, they say to me, well, God healed my son. Okay, fine. If that's what you want to believe, cool.
Yeah.
I just happen to think that it's medicine, the effective approach.
Right.
To curing a disease. That's why we have medicine, we have science, we have technology, we have all of the stuff that we can actually lend credence to, where we can say if it wasn't for this or that person's medical, their expertise, we can rectify that it was their education that saved my life or saved my child's life. If you want to think that, I'm not here to dispute that.
Right.
Y'all have your beliefs, I have mine, and it's cool. Hey, Dad. And just as I suspected, my dad is going to wake up in the middle of that, but it's okay. He can join us, or he can set up and say hey, like he always does, like Arthur Fonzarelli.
He was up.
Hey, yeah.
He was up real late last night.
Mm-hmm.
Dog kept him up and everything.
This is why I never talk about religion or politics in my Sunday video update, because it's a slippery slope.
Yeah.
Much like gun rights and abortion and all that, I stay away from all that. I tried to talk about gun rights when all the mass shootings were going on. You don't want people to die foolishly and stupidly, but we have a right to bear arms, and you have to, there's that. But again, I give up. I throw in the towel. I don't want to talk about it no more because it's a very slippery slope, and I have a wide range of viewers, love me or hate me, who are willing to either listen to what I have to say and take it to heart, or listen to what I have to say and use it against me.
Right.
So I have to be very selective, whatever. And like I said, it's not confirmation bias. When I ask people, why are you here? Like, why, who or what convinced you? Like, why are you here? Why doesn't anybody ask those questions of people? Well, we don't want to be pressing of them because they're actually doing things and they're bringing change. No, I'm sorry. I don't buy that at all. But go ahead.
That's my, with my situation, which
Yeah.
my history.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really. I mean, yeah, I give the doctors credit.
You have to. They were there.
But in
the same zip code, in the same ballpark.
I also accept and appreciate everything you and Dad have done.
Although I'm not a professional, but
But when I've gone through it,
yeah,
you both have always been there.
Yeah.
For as long as Dad and I've been together, since you were 16 and a half years old.
And all I do, I just want see the people who are and the thing that floors me about the whole situation when I tell families, or I encourage families of pediatric cancer patients to ask questions of people. I'm an actual survivor, and I get questioned more times than not about a lot of things. Oh, like, did Jared really have cancer? Yeah, Sherlock, I really had cancer. I have no reason to lie about that. I can't there's no way I can make this up. And I've offered up colossal amounts of evidence, mountains of evidence, whether it be questions in writing, questions and answers in writing from Dr. Scott. There's pathology reports, regional reports, the diagnosis. I was diagnosed in Owasso at Memorial, where I was born. I was treated at Sparrow and Lansing. I had 3 oncologists. And there's all kinds of evidence supporting this. Like, I can remember my cancer checkups when I was like 4, 5, 6 years old. Now, I wasn't going because I was being rewarded for something. None of my cousins had to go. My brothers didn't have to go. Why me?
Your dad?
I mean, Mom and Dad were there. They had to take me.
Right.
But I'm saying, like, it didn't affect my cousins. My cousins didn't have to go for checkups. My brothers didn't have to go for checkups. And I grew up with my cousins.
And your dad, did your mom have to go in for...
Not when I... No, I'm saying they were my ride.
Well, yeah.
They were my transportation. They weren't patients. I'm saying I didn't, like, when I was a kid, like, I couldn't figure out, like, why aren't my cousins going in for cancer checkups? Why aren't my brothers going in for cancer checkups? Why do I have to be poked with needles all the time? And then it all started to come together, and my mom and dad explained to me that I had cancer as a child. And then I have dickheads coming in from out of nowhere, people who aren't in any way related to this whatsoever, telling me how I should think and feel about being a cancer survivor and all I've gone through, because, well, Jared can't remember any of it, so he should have no emotional appeal. Well,
Jared's too young.
Sorry, jackasses, but whether or not I remember it is irrelevant to the fact that it still happened.
But Jared has a, what do I want to say, mind.
Yeah.
Of someone who is...
And
But they went to college and all this too.
I'm a dilettante. I'm not a professional. I'm a patient, which is where I learned firsthand experience walking through the trenches of childhood cancer. That's where my education comes from. I'm not looking at pamphlets and clinics and Google searches. No, if you're an indirectly affected person and you learn about childhood cancer, I'm someone that you're reading about, especially when you're talking about Wilms tumor or whatever. I walked that path. I walked in those trenches. I know exactly what I'm talking about. And for anybody to come along and say, well, Jared, you shouldn't think and feel this way, fuck you. I'll think and feel any way I want. It wasn't your body, it was mine. And until such time as you have to go through something, whether you remember it or not, don't tell me or anybody else how they should think and feel. And there was something else I wanted to kind of touch on a little bit. Kind of engage in a little rant. It's my squeaky chair.
Oh, I'm thinking there's a mouse or something.
No, if there was a mouse, I'd be out of this chair quicker than you could.
Yeah, like, okay, where's that squeaking coming from?
Let's see here. There's a private group on Facebook, and I was messaged. It's called Exposing Fake Cancer Pages, and they love gossiping about me. I seem to be the center of everybody's attention these days. And I received a screenshot, and I'm not going to mention, I'm not going to mention the name, because I don't want to get my friend in trouble here, but I read it, and I kind of just fell over laughing. Because this is how incredibly stupid people are, and I want this to be out there. I want to expose. So check it out. Warning, and mind you, there are like the yellow triangles with the black exclamation points in them. There's like 8 of them, and it says warning at the top. Moms, this guy, Jared Fuller, is not someone you want to be friends with, nor is it someone you want to keep communication with. Why? Somehow, he found such and such's page. I don't know, when you make a page public and you can have a friend message you a link to the page in Messenger, it's a public page. Yeah. So I don't know where the somehow part comes in, but okay. Somehow he found such and such's page as well as my email. The email is included on the page. Remember, you included it. But somehow that's on me. I don't know how. But anyway, I do not have my email publicly listed. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Look at your page. Anyway, so I don't know how he got it. With my 4 fucking eyes, how do you think? I have never spoken to him. You don't need to speak to me. Or responded to his multiple emails. I sent 1 email. Actually, no, she's right. I sent, I think, maybe 2, asking how her son was doing, and then after she blocked me on Messenger, I emailed her and I said, I don't know what's the deal with that. Being nice, by the way, which I also have a copy of the email, and I'll read. I have never spoken to him or responded to his multiple emails, but my understanding is he is ruthless and weird. Well, we're all a little weird, aren't we? In some way. Ruthless? Yeah, I can be. Especially if I'm being lied about or accused of doing something I never did, and nobody can prove it with evidence, or, yeah, I'm going to be ruthless, holding people accountable, and holding them into an intellectual position where they have to be forced to tell the truth, yeah. Among other things, I have heard from other people he has attacked people for not talking with him. Who have I attacked? I haven't attacked anybody.
They don't talk to you.
Yeah. Well, if they don't talk to me, how the fuck am I attacking them?
Right. I think the one on the other end is a little loopy.
Yeah.
And I don't mean your friend.
People for not, not my friend. People for not talking with him, and from what I understand, I could be wrong. You are. He has asked for pictures of young children. Never. When have you ever known me to ask for pictures of children? I never asked for pictures of children, ever. Wow. News to me. I don't ever ask people for pictures of their kids. No. Creepy creep person. Protect yourself and your families. Show me where I've ever asked for a picture of somebody's children. Please show me that.
You got pictures of your friends' children
that they have voluntarily sent me that I did not ask for.
Yeah.
And I presented them on this YouTube channel here. He used the fact he has Ewing sarcoma. I had Wilms tumor. Get your fucking facts straight, lady. Ewing sarcoma and Wilms tumor are not the same. You got your information wrong. Which only proves my point that people don't know what the fuck they're talking about. 30 years ago, to bait you into communication with him. Wow. So I talk about my past health, which has been confirmed with evidence, to bait people into a conversation. Again, it's not made up. I actually did have cancer when I was a child. I highly recommend you block him from your child's page.
It ain't fucking Houdini, dumb bitch.
Based on what exactly? What is he talking about? Huh?
I don't know. But
Dad. He talking in his sleep? It ain't fucking Houdini, bitch. Anyway.
He had his eyes open when he said it.
Anyway, she says, I highly recommend you block him from your child's page. By hearsay. I have yet to see where I asked for pictures of children or said anything inappropriate. Your personal page as well as email. Well, if you're going to block me from your email, then why do you make your email address known? The onus is on you to make sure that that kind of protection is created. It's not my responsibility to make sure that you don't post your email. The onus is on you to make sure that that privacy is created. Because he will find your information too somehow. Oh my God. Because I look at a page or a link to a page that someone sends me, and oh my word, lo and behold, is an email address. Oh, it's just well, it's not a free speech thing. It's not a free speech thing. It's just people being stupid.
He's in the middle of it.
Okay, so let me find the email that I sent that there's a screenshot of, because I want to get all this out into the open. I want to expose people for the douchebags that they are. Wishing the best for such and such. That's what I put in the subject line, and I own this because I did write it. I know what I wrote. Unlike all the other shit that I was accused of saying, which I never said or did, but they're swearing to it that I did. But anyway, I said, hi there. I noticed you blocked me, not knowing why. I'm a childhood cancer survivor. My intentions of reaching out and showing love and support were pure and genuine and wholesome. And I was being honest. I'm not sorry for that, which I'm not. But I'm only sorry that you would take that in any other way that you would find to be the opposite. Which, in other words, I'm saying, I'm sorry that you think that my intentions were anything other than pure and genuine and wholesome. But that's on you. It's not on me. I have let's see here. Unfollowed or unliked Liam's page and won't be following his story anymore. Not because I don't care about him, because I certainly do. And I still do. I don't care what the parents say. When you care about somebody's child, yeah, you care. And not for nefarious reasons or intentions. But I refuse to be treated as if I've done something wrong when I didn't. And that's what I'm saying. I'm not taking any of your shit. That's basically what I'm saying, and in a nice civil way. Keeping him in my thoughts every day. I hope things will gradually get easier for you. And that's how I ended it. Then someone named, well, I'm not going to mention the name. Someone even said that they were losing brain cells watching my videos. Well, obviously you never had any brain cells to begin with, and you've made that apparent. Because if you had any brain cells, you would understand how logic and evidence works. And if you're going to accuse someone of saying or doing something, you would have the evidence to sustain and confirm your claim, which you have not done. Instead, what you've done is you've taken a screenshot of a claim and pass that off as evidence. It's not evidence in and of itself. You have to actually have evidence to confirm the nature of the claim. And I've gone over this a countless number of times ad nauseum. Seems like every Sunday I talk about this. And we'll just chalk up another Sunday to stupid-ass people who don't understand logic and critical thinking and what the nature of evidence means and how important it is when you're accusing someone of doing something. And I'll even put up a number to the Michigan State Police if you think that I'm such a nefarious, horrible, vindictive human being. And right there it is, right on the bottom of your screen. Call them. Say, hey, Jared Fuller is, he's emailing me and I don't want him to email me. Up yours. Hi, Dad. Well, that's what I'm saying. They put the email address on the page, but somehow it's my fault because I reach out to them to try to civilly, and calmly and rationally diffuse the situation, but people don't want that.
You never had no problem with anybody else but just certain frickin' people.
Because they're
fucking ignorant.
idiots. And just like I told Amy at the top of the video while you were asleep, now that I don't have any teeth, I'm just giving them, call me Snaggletooth or come up with whatever bullshit, monotonous nickname you have for me now, or say whatever you're going to say about me, because it keeps you, you stay perpetually offended at shit that you should never even care about in the first place.
Fucking bullies.
Yeah, and bullying is exactly what it is. And
that's a crime.
Yeah, cyberbullying is a crime. Actually, you know what? I should look into checking out legal aid. Mm-hmm. See what my options are about potentially taking some people to court for defamation and slander, because I was being called a pedophile and being called this, called that, whatever. I don't think so. It's a crime anywhere. Cyberbullying in general is a felony.
Means you got their email address or theirs. Why don't you just
but here's the thing, Dad. Here's the thing. They get so offended, perpetually offended, and this is a phrase that I kind of like, because that's exactly what it is. They are perpetually offended by stupid shit. They put the email address out there. That'd be like me saying, here's my email address and my cell phone number that I provide for you, but only certain people who use it, I'm going to take offense to it. Yeah. Now, come on now. When someone's trying to make right with you and try to smooth over a misunderstanding, you don't get to twist this around and say, oh, Jared's harassing me and he's stalking me. And wow. Yeah. But anyway, I wanted to get that off my chest and get out of the way. Oh, and by the way, I'm not a sex offender. I read somewhere in a screenshot that, he might be a registered sex offender. Well, what do you mean I might be? I either am or I'm not. And if I were, that information would be available, which...
And I'd be in jail.
Yeah, I wouldn't have a computer. I wouldn't have a cell phone. I wouldn't have a lot of electronics around here. And they said I've been investigated by the police and the FBI too. The FBI, female body inspectors, maybe. I don't know. It wouldn't be the Federal Bureau of Investigation because. Business enforcement and stuff. Well, I mean, enforcement starts with an E, not an I. But anyway, this is so old and just so stale and just so tiresome, and
they need to get a new hobby.
get a life, or do knit a sweater, or go mow the lawn, or go cut snowflakes on your tongue. Do something productive with your life and just leave me the fuck alone. You're not going to get me on anything because I haven't done anything. You're not going to tear me down. You're not going to stop me from doing whatever it is I do.
Everything on screen.
Yeah.
People right.
And how much these people are cowards that they create a fake, or not, I wouldn't say a fake, a hidden group on Facebook where nobody else can see it except for certain people. And because they know that I'm going to use logic and rational critical thinking to debunk their claims. That's exactly why this group is private. It's hidden where nobody can see it. Because they want you to believe what they tell you instead of hearing both sides of a story. They don't like intellect of any kind. They don't like rational critical thinking. And they say, well, Jared's always driving us nuts with, show me evidence, show me evidence. Well, you know what? Evidence is going to tell you everything, because should I happen to sue your ass for defamation of character and slander, I'm going to sue you, and you got to have proof. A judge is going to ask you for evidence where I was actually saying or doing something wrong, other than these Sunday video updates, because, I'm fully acknowledging what I'm saying here. A judge is going to ask you for evidence of where I was being malicious. And if you can't provide that, or if you just show a screenshot of a claim that someone made but can't demonstrate the nature of the claim with evidence, judge is going to throw it out. And all that's going to be left is you defaming my name, looking like an idiot, and making yourself appear more foolish than you already are. So, I talk about this, it seems like every week ad nauseum I'm talking about the same shit over and over and over again because people are fucking stupid. Get a life. I haven't done anything wrong. When someone accuses me or wrongs me in some way, yes, I'm going to be forthright and outgoing, and I'm going to say, what did I do? Let's have a conversation. Why would you believe this? Tell me why you would believe this. I want to know why you're convinced. And we can go from there. I'm looking for civility here. I'm looking for a conversation. I'm looking for rational discourse. Nobody wants it. They want to believe what they want to believe, and that's it. Well, if you just want to believe what you want to believe and not have a back and forth conversation, a civilized conversation, not my fucking problem anymore. And I will just continue going on, living my life, and doing what I do, helping people, and sharing my story, by the way. Anyway, how's Dad doing today? You just woke up, and I know you're tired, and you're smoking the first cigarette of the day.
There's a bunch of bullshit. Them people on there, I laugh at them.
Yeah.
All they want to do is start shit. They got nothing better to do with their lives.
And they, Jared, he wrote the parents a letter. Yeah, and I have a copy of the letter. It's unrevised and unredacted, so try putting words in my mouth. I dare you. I dare you, because I have the letter saved here. I didn't change a word. So I challenge you. And of course, I put the number to the Michigan State Police on the screen, so, I'm not under investigation. But, I've thrown down that gauntlet I don't know how many times. Instead of juggling back and forth claims because you claim to have evidence of something, where I'm actually saying or doing something wrong, you're making these claims, and I'm saying instead of juggling that back and forth and gossiping like the high schoolers you are, why don't you actually put it in a police report? And if the police show up at my house, I will get that on video, which I can record police. Don't think I won't. And I will put it right here on my YouTube channel, and I will record the entire conversation front to back. So, but anyway, I'm done with that. Just another day of living life and loving my friends and the people who love and support me. I love and support them right back. And with or without teeth, I can still talk, I can still convey a message, I can still get my point across. I will hopefully soon be getting fitted for partials because I can't live like this with not having any teeth. And this tooth back here, I might have to go to an oral surgeon to have that removed because it's in the upper palate, in the upper, the roof of my mouth. So there might be some permanent nerve damage from that. But it's a risk I'm willing to take, because if I get partials, that tooth has to come out anyway. So, but we're gonna make it right with the people over there at the dentist.
Oh yeah.
For doing dental work for us, because Dad had dental work there, I had dental work there. And by the way, I wasn't in any pain last week. I just didn't feel like doing a Sunday video update. I just wanted a day to myself, and I wanted to relax with family and friends, and I wanted to get out and spend time with people I love and care about, talk to people and Messenger and text message and have people call me. And people have called me. As a matter of fact, I'm going to be calling a friend of mine whose daughter is an actress here in probably a little while after I get done with this video. Funny story, though. After I left the dentist on Wednesday, what was it, the 22nd? It's 22nd, right? Yeah, 22nd. We went to CVS Pharmacy in Montrose, and I'm standing there waiting for my prescription to get filled, and I start drooling because the Novocaine, like the whole side of my face was numb, and I'm standing there, and the drool is just running down, dripping on the floor. And the cashier says, well, hold on, man, let me get you a napkin or something you can hold up to your mouth. Because I still had gauze in my mouth, too, so I couldn't feel anything. But he got me a paper towel, and I held up, yeah, man, wipe your chin off there. You're drooling. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to get drool all over your floor. But he was nice. And the dentist, the ladies at Dental Care of Michigan and Montrose are sweethearts. I kind of kept it, a bit comical because when I was on the table, I was lying back, and she told me to raise my right hand, if I should feel any pain. And being the jokester I am, I raised my right hand. I said, I solemnly swear to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me, Tooth Fairy. And they all started laughing. It was funny. And I said, can I hold your hand, if I feel pain, I just want to hold your hand. She said, sure. And I said, this isn't a marriage proposal, Lovey, I'm sorry. And she laughed again, so they enjoyed the laughs and the sense of humor. And the main dentist, the one that removed my tooth, she's only 25 years old, and she drives from Farmington Hills to Montrose. I think Wednesdays and Thursdays are her days there. And she was going over, don't drink through a straw, which Dad got me a straw from the gas station just to be a wise guy. But I deserved it because after he had his teeth pulled, I asked him if he wanted a toothpick, So he got even with me, and I can't be upset about that. But anyway, she asked me if I had any questions after the procedure. And I said, yes, I do have one question. She says, what's that? I said, are you married? I asked her, I said, are you, hello? You're interrupting me here. She says, do you have any questions? And I said, I have one question. She says, what's that? I said, are you married? And her face turned as red as my hair, and she's like, oh my gosh. I said, well, you're just stunningly beautiful. And yeah, I'm a bit of a flirty kind of a guy, but she enjoyed it, and and I was telling my friends about that, how I asked her if she was married, and they're all messaging me back. Well, did you get a date out of the deal? Are you going to go out on a date? No, nothing like that. It's just a compliment, I was going to say term of endearment, but it's more like a friendly compliment. And I don't know. It's just when you make it a funny, friendly, lovable kind of environment, it makes their day go better, and it builds up confidence for them. Like, wow, we have a patient who is not afraid of us, and he trusts us. Of course I do. I won't go back to Flint to have dental work done because they're awful, terrible. I was choking on saliva, and the dentist in Flint tried accusing me of biting him. Or should I say, he accused me of trying to bite him. And I said, look, dude, if I wanted to bite you, I would, without a problem, without effort. I would just clench down on your finger, and I would not let go. So I don't go back there no more, but I won't bite anybody in Montrose. They're too cute. They're too pretty to be bitten. But anyway, I've got people who want me to come hang with them for a weekend, and let's see what kind of water this is. Great value, purified drinking water. It's good water. Hey, could you bring me another bottle of water while you're out there? Somebody?
Do you want your glass of your Pepsi?
Water would be fine. Kind of got a sore throat from all this talking. But, yeah. I have been here for, let me see here, about an hour and 15 minutes. Something like that. Hour and change. That hour went by quick. Don't throw it at me. And I was telling our viewers how we went to KFC last Monday and said it was going to take 25 minutes to get our chicken done. And Dad threw the receipt on there and said, I want my money back.
Yep. He got mad at me. I'm losing weight as we speak.
The result of bad management? Who knows? I don't know. But as I was saying, there's people who want me to come and stay with them for a weekend. There's people who really and truly want to meet me, and I'm looking forward to it. And I can't wait. I'm just saving up money to, get the plane ticket. I'm without a car right now. I'm without a vehicle, so I'm going to have to probably finance to get another vehicle, which is fine because I can still save money. And not having a vehicle and canceling the insurance actually gives me an opportunity to save money, and I can put that money towards, like a plane ticket, or when it comes to getting my vehicle legal, I can put that towards any additional fees or costs that I would have to pay, which it shouldn't be much, if any at all, because if I finance, I'm pretty sure that they count all that in with the amount of the loan, or the auto loan, because I have really good credit, so it shouldn't be a problem. I'm usually pretty good about that. I'm looking to get maybe another, I'd say, Chrysler Town and Country, or maybe perhaps like an SUV, something that's good on gas, and I can drive long distance, and just go smoothly and have. Like my cruise control works, my horn works, to have all that good stuff work, because with my van, the horn didn't work, the cruise didn't work. So I'm looking to upgrade. I might try to get another town and country van, Chrysler, or I might get an SUV.
Groundhog didn't see a shadow.
Yeah, the groundhog didn't see it. Nope. So I guess if that matters.
That's good.
I guess.
But
It's good, I guess. I don't know. We're gonna get 6 more weeks of winter regardless.
They want to replace the groundhog with a bionic.
Like an animatronic.
Bionic groundhog.
Yeah.
It's gonna see a shadow anyway because it's a machine. It's
So that's kind of like confirmation bias if they're gonna do that, because we're gonna see what we want it to see. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's bullshit. It doesn't matter anyway. We're going to get 6 more weeks of winter regardless if the damn groundhog sees the shadow or not. I mean, give me a break. I don't buy into that shit. I'll believe that as much as I believe anything else that's corny and childish and stupid, which I don't.
What's the groundhog got to do with it anyway? I think they'd better have a better luck than saying, well, the geese are flying south for the winter, or they're flying north, or coming back. So hey, we're going to get an early spring.
It's almost like these. It's almost like these people who claim to. They spotted Bigfoot. They spotted a Sasquatch.
I seen one the other day, and I looked in the mirror.
I saw a Sasquatch the other day. Turned out it was just my brother. Yeah, I like to.
I seen Bigfoot. I looked down at my feet. Oh, Bigfoot.
Yeah. I don't know if my brothers watch my video. I don't know really who watches my video. It's supposed to be 45 today.
Yep.
I don't know who watches my videos, but either way, I speak my mind. I want people to get to know me for me instead of what they see on the internet or what people say about me on Facebook or social media or whatever. Watch my videos, get an idea of who I am, get to know me a little better. I'm a harmless guy. I talk to my nieces, I talk to my brothers, I talk to my cousins, I talk to my friends, my family. I'm a harmless guy. If I'm so harmless, and if you're trying to get them to see something about me that's not there, and they want me to come back to their house anyway, you don't get to write that off as, well, they're just being blind, or they're choosing to see what they want to see about him because they love him or they have some kind of confirmation bias about him. No. There's a reason that they don't cut off communication. It's because they have no reason to cut off communication. That's why they want me to keep coming back. They are fully aware of what's going on. And again, I make myself easily known to everybody. I'm not a hard person to find. Why am I not in jail? I have 0 jailhouse records. I have 0 arrests, 0 prison records. I don't have a speeding ticket, a parking ticket, a jaywalking ticket, a littering ticket.
A spitting on the sidewalk ticket.
I don't hang around McDonald's or gas stations or anywhere I'm not supposed to be because that's loitering. I don't solicit people for money. I don't.
You don't litter. You don't.
I'm not someone who's not up to any good. I'm a good person, a law-abiding citizen. I treat people the way I want to be treated, and if you treat me like shit, well, I'm going to treat you accordingly. You get what you give, and that's that.
Eye for an eye.
It's kind of my mantra, You get what you give, and I'm going to treat you accordingly. Man, this water is good. This water is good. Imagine when I'm done with this video, after I hit that stop button, I'm going to piss like a racehorse. I mean, there's even people who don't like it because I say the word fuck. And I've talked about this a lot too. Like there's you don't have to like the F word. You don't even have to say the F word. But the people who do use the F word, is it really that big of a deal? Like, is it really going to ruin your day? Well, I don't want my kids listening to it. Well, hey, I never told your kids to come to my channel any fucking ways. Maybe you should be more of a parent and pay attention to what your children are doing. That would solve a lot of problems too.
Outside to play instead of
yeah.
let them on your machines.
Yeah, and have a screen in their face. Like
That's another thing.
I love my cousins to death, but this is them all day long on their little devices.
You need to learn how to go out and play. And
Use your imagination. Here, there's blankets and couch cushions. Build a fort. That's what I did when I was a kid. When I couldn't go outside, I built blanket forts. I played with slot cars with my brother Jay. He had the slot cars that went on the floor, up the bedroom wall, the ceiling. I had a metal Tonka truck, for crying out loud.
Or Hot Wheels.
Yeah, Hot Wheels. I mean, we had it all. We didn't have all this shit when I was a kid.
We didn't have cell phone when we were kids.
I mean, when we lived on Chapin Road, I can remember having a rotary phone where you got to put your thing. Oh, and Dad showed me a video on Facebook, which, oh my God. There is a rotary phone for those of you who are around my age and maybe a little older. You know what a rotary phone is. Well, the kind of not the push button rotary phone, the rotary phone with the spin plate on it. When you gotta put it. Okay, well, anyway, there were these 2 kids, young kids. They were probably 11, 12, 13, maybe 14. They're trying to figure out how to use this phone. They're not aware that you have to spin the plate and let it come back into position. They're pushing the buttons. Like, they're picking up the phone off the receiver. They're pushing the buttons, trying to figure out, why ain't this working? I'm pushing it, but I'm not hearing any beeping from pushing the buttons. Because it's not a push button. And I'm sitting there, it's like I'm dying. It's like, oh my God. Yeah. Talk about different generations.
Put a dial tone, they put it down, dial it.
Yeah.
And then it wouldn't do nothing. They pick it up again, they hear it, they put it down, dial it again.
It's like, oh my God.
That's funny shit.
It is funny shit. I about fell over laughing. It's like, you have got to.
Don't think about that. That's funny.
It's the generation thing.
Kids sure don't know.
Yeah, we come from different times. When we lived on Chapin Road, we had a rotary phone hanging right on the wall next to the front door.
Yep.
And you know what I find to be just really strange is my mother will tell me that, well, we did not have this, or we did not have that, or how do you remember this, remember that? We did have this, and I do remember it, because if I don't remember it, why would I talk about it?
How would you know about what it was?
Yeah, how would I know about a lot of things at our old house?
I tell you things, but I never tell you anything like back then. You tell me.
Like the remote control police car that we had.
Yeah.
The big white battery charger.
Yep.
You probably had one back in the 90s.
Still buy 'em.
Like the big white
Yep.
things where you can put batteries in them,
It charges batteries.
and it charges your
And
batteries.
you still buy them.
Yeah. I don't know if they're big and white
They're
like they were back in the day.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you, okay, I'm going to tell you what our version of luxury was. Upgrading to a Super Nintendo from a regular Nintendo. That was like our big upgrade.
Our upgrade was to get a television or have a TV and find one in the garbage and plug it in and it works all right.
I was a child of the 90s, and I remember the television that we had. It was J.C. Penney brand. It was J.C. Penney brand, and it was the knobs that you would twist, and the antenna was built into the television set.
Yeah.
And we would get channel 12 and channel 5 and all. But like if we wanted channel 25, channel 66, we would have to turn the bottom knob to where it said U on the bottom. Or no, I'm sorry. You turn the top knob to the U, and then you turn the bottom knob to 25 and 66. And the knob that would turn the TV on and off was also the volume knob.
Yeah.
Different times, kids. Different times.
And how many of you remember the old aluminum tin foil put on the rubber ears?
Yep.
Just to make them in better.
Yep, to get better reception. What about the wire clothes hangers for the car radios?
Yeah.
My brother Jay used to have a sports probe, and when he lived in Saginaw, when him and my niece Angel was actually, I don't think Angel was born yet. I think Jill was pregnant for Angel, but anyway, they were living in Saginaw, and my brother used to own a sports probe back in the 90s. Nice car, and he had a wire coat hanger for a car radio antenna.
It worked.
And it worked. It worked like a brand new, antenna that you would buy from the store.
Yeah.
One memory I have of that sports probe, which I will never forget as long as I live. It was me, and I think Angel was already born.
Yeah.
Because she was just a baby. Or Jill might have been pregnant. I don't remember. Anyway, it was me and Jay and Jill. We were going down Merrill Road, headed towards Marion Springs one night. Deer come along, hit the side of the car. Jay went up to a house, like a house in the neighborhood. They let him use his phone to dial 911 because a deer had hit the side of the car. Saginaw Sheriff pulls up. Then another car comes along and hits the cop car. And the young girl driving says, "My parents are going to be so mad at me."
I was there when that cop hit it.
No, the cop didn't hit. The person hit the cop car.
And then the cop let you go. He said, "Here, take it." Here you go. Boom.
Yeah.
Took off after him.
Yep. Well, no, the car hit the police car.
Yeah. And then the police car took off after the guy. He just, here you go. You take the deer.
Yeah.
He took off after the guy that hit him.
I don't know how, because he hit the cop car.
Yeah,
I don't know how he was able to still drive it, but he did.
Yep, I remember he did.
I remember that night, though. That was some weird shit.
You know, and people say, how can you know, it's funny.
That was like 1997, I think.
We can remember back then, I was if I can remember where I played something one day.
Yeah. I can remember something 25 years ago, 30 years ago.
You can't remember nothing 5 minutes ago.
But I'll be damned where I put my journal. I forgot. I don't know. But anyway, Amy had snuck off into the bedroom. That about wraps it up for me. I have nothing more to talk about. I don't know what our plans are for this week.
Nice out today. I might go for a ride. I don't know.
Yeah, I want to get out of here because I don't have a vehicle, and it sucks not having
Take mine.
a set of wheels. I've been talking to this girl anyway. I'm not mentioning names, but I've been talking to her. She called me last night.
Take my vehicle.
Yeah, well, she called me last night, and we talked for like an hour and a half, and she was falling asleep on the phone, and I said, well, you know, she's got a 2-year-old, and I said, well, you know what, you go to get some sleep, take care of your little one, so we'll talk again soon, and
Nothing wrong with that, buddy.
and you know,
Good to have a friend.
so,
Good to have a friend.
but I'm not mentioning names, of course, that's not important, but there's a girl that I'm talking to, and you know, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Don't know. We'll just wait and see what happens.
Take it by ear.
Play it by ear.
Take it by ear.
Play it by ear. But anyway, because Dad's over here being goofy.
I just got up.
So yeah, I have no front teeth. I hope you're able to sit through this, and you notice the S when I say words. Sounds different, doesn't it? Not having any front teeth.
Yeah, we're like sucker and succotash.
Suffering succotash.
Sucker and succotash. Oh well.
But
You look pretty when you get your teeth.
when I get my partials, yeah, I'll look nice.
I ain't gonna know if I want to look, smile, and bite somebody.
But yeah, I'm doing well. I'm just living one day at a time, doing a lot of writing in my journal, keeping in contact with friends as I always do.
I want to hope Uncle Pete's all right, Uncle Bob.
Yeah, I got some uncles who their health is taking a turn for the worse. And our buddy Reese, he's might be going to Ann Arbor.
Yeah, he might be.
So, there's a lot of people getting sick. The coronavirus, we got that going on, and we have influenza B outbreak happening with a lot of people, and a lot of children, especially children, they're susceptible to this. And, this should even go without saying. If your kids are sick, don't send them to school.
Take them, leave them home.
Just keep them home. They can afford to miss school.
School ain't going nowhere. School ain't going nowhere. It's going to be there. At the same work.
Yeah, I just don't understand. It's people who just don't want to deal with their sick kids. So we'll make it the state's problem for the next 8 hours. Bullshit. Keep your kids home if they are sick.
We're praying for you, buddy. Hope you get well soon.
Yeah, we love you, Reese. Reese doesn't watch these videos, but Reese, we love you. And I don't know if Kelly does. But Reese, we love you, and we hope you get better very soon, buddy. You just keep fighting. Come home to Mom and little Miss Lily, baby. And, we love you. We want you to get better. Amy, she's in the room talking, so I'm going to wrap this up. I've been here for, an hour and a half? Oh, yeah, an hour and a half. Holy shit, I just been...
Oh, well.
It's my video. I'll be here as long as I want.
Yeah.
Anyway, anything you want to add?
Well, all I can say is enjoy your day and keep the little ones going and make sure they're healthy. And
On this Super Hog Day, because not only is it Groundhog Day, but it's Super Bowl Sunday.
yeah.
So have a great time tonight for all my football aficionados out there, my friends who enjoy sports. I know my brother Wayne's probably having a Super Bowl party. Don't drink and drive. I'm guessing Wayne is going to be watching.
Oh, yeah. He's got
My brother Wayne is a football fanatic. He loves football.
He's a football boy.
And for the people, who get this mixed up, this guy here sitting on the couch, his name is Wayne. That's my dad. I have an older brother named Wayne, too. They don't have the same middle names.
But they call him Wayne.
They call my brother Little Wayne. I don't know why.
Or Wayne Jr.
Or Wayne Jr., yeah. My brother Wayne's not a junior. But this guy here is my dad. I have a brother named Wayne who lives in Saginaw, and he grew up in Saginaw. And of course, I have another brother named Jay, and then there's me, the last of the litter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just so there's no confusion, because people ask me, well, I thought Wayne was your dad. He is. Well, who's Wayne E. Fuller? That's my brother. Well, I didn't know you had a brother named Wayne. Well, you do now. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, I'm out of here. Amy's in the bedroom talking, so on behalf of Amy and my dad, I'm Jared Fuller. They call me Jared Bear. Thanks for watching another installment of the Sunday Video Update. And if you're laughing at my expense because of the way I talk, keep laughing. I'm taking full control of that. You're laughing at me and not anybody else. So keep laughing and have your fun. And I will be here next week so you can listen to Mr. No Front Teeth jibber jabber about things some more for potentially another hour and a half. So much love to you guys. Have a good week. Enjoy your Super Bowl. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.